Welcome back to This Day in Scottish History. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald. Today, we remember an iconic Scotsman who passed away on October 31st, 2020. Sir Sean Connery, one of the most celebrated actors of his generation, known to millions as the original James Bond. Born Thomas Sean Connery on August 25th, 1930 in Edinburgh, Connery's life was one of legendary transformation. He grew up in Fountainbridge, a working class area in Scotland's capital. His early years were tough, shaped by economic hardship in World War II. Like many young men of his generation, Connery left school early to help support his family, taking jobs as a milkman, a labourer, and even a coffin polisher. In 1946, at just 16, he enlisted in the Royal Navy, which marked his first step away from home, but also set him on a journey toward a larger-than-life career. Connery's path to stardom wasn't straightforward. He returned to Edinburgh after a discharge from the Navy due to a health issue, and his career could have taken many paths. For a time, Connery dabbled in bodybuilding and was competitive enough to enter the Mr. Universe contest. But it was acting that would come to define his life. His breakthrough came in 1953 when he landed a role in the touring production of South Pacific. From there, Connery worked his way up in theatre and television, gradually making a name for himself in British cinema. The turning point came in 1962 when he was cast as James Bond in Dr. No. Although author Ian Fleming, who created the character, initially doubted Connery's suitability for the suave spy, Connery's portrayal won him over. His rugged charm, paired with an undeniable screen presence, set the gold standard for the role, and he would go on to play Bond 7 times. He brought a blend of sophistication and edge to the character, creating a version of Bond who was both captivating and dangerous. Yet Connery was far from defined by Bond alone. In fact, he actively sought roles that showcased his versatility as an actor, working with esteemed directors like Alfred Hitchcock, Sidney Lumet, and John Huston. His performances in films like The Hill, Murder on the Orient Express, The Man Who Would Be King, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade broadened his range and cemented his status as a global star. He won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in The Untouchables in 1987, where he played a tough Irish-American cop, another reminder that his talent transcended the Bond franchise. In 2000, Connery was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, an honour he accepted proudly while donning a tartan kilt from his mother's MacLean clan. His love for Scotland was profound and lifelong, and he was an outspoken advocate for Scottish independence, aligning himself with the Scottish National Party. Though Connery retired from acting in 2006, his legacy continued. He spent his final years in the Bahamas, passing away in his sleep on October 31st, 2020, at the age of 90. His son Jason later revealed that Connery had struggled with dementia in his final years, which made his passing bittersweet for fans worldwide. Following his death, tributes poured in from co-stars, friends and admirers. Fellow Bond actors, from Daniel Craig to Pierce Brosnan, praised his pioneering role in the franchise. Michael Caine, a lifelong friend, remembered him as a brilliant actor and a wonderful friend. Bond producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson acknowledged Connery's role in establishing James Bond as a global phenomenon, saying he was largely responsible for the success of the film series. Connery's passing left a void, but his impact on cinema and Scottish culture endures. In 2024, the Edinburgh International Film Festival introduced the Sean Connery Prize for Feature Filmmaking Excellence, furthering his legacy by supporting aspiring filmmakers. His films remain beloved, and his characters, especially Bond, continue to inspire audiences around the world. As we remember Sir Sean Connery on this day, we honour a Scottish icon whose life journey, from a humble background to international fame, captured the hearts of millions. His career, marked by groundbreaking roles and a lifelong connection to his Scottish heritage, remains an inspiration to all who aspire to greatness. Thank you for joining us on this day in Scottish history. Tune in tomorrow for another chapter in the rich tapestry of Scotland's past. I'm Colin MacDonald, and as always, haste ye back.